They say love is blind, but maybe love just has very selective vision. Here's a question for you if a woman truly loves you. How would you know? I'm not talking about Netflix cuddles, birthday cards, or the warm fuzzy stuff you can replicate with a heating pad and a Hallmark subscription. I'm talking about the kind of love that changes the physics of a woman's world, the kind of love that rearranges her emotional furniture without her asking for permission or even realizing it's happening. Because here's what most people don't tell you. When a woman genuinely loves you, she doesn't just show it, she leaks it in how she pauses in what she hides in, where she looks when you're not looking. You don't catch it in the fireworks. You find it in the glitches, in the in-between moments when she forgets she's performing. A 2018 study from the University of California found that people in love tend to unconsciously mirror each other's brainwaves during conversation. That's not poetry, that's neuroscience. Your presence, your voice literally rewires her, and yet you still scroll Reddit at 2 a.m., wondering if she actually loves you or just loves the idea of not being alone. Let's fix that. No fluff, no fairy tales, no BS. Just 7 powerful signs that she's not just into you, not just liking your vibe, but actually deeply spiritually entangled with you. If you're the kind of man who doesn't just want surface level advice, if you're here because you're done playing games and ready to understand women and yourself on a deeper, almost uncomfortable level, then listen carefully. I've just dropped a members-only video. I can't share publicly. It's raw, it's personal. It's the kind of truth that gets demonetized or worse, misunderstood. Only the real ones will get access. Links in the description or pinned comment to join the members-only room. This isn't for everyone, but if you feel it already, you're probably meant to be in there. Sign 1, she fights you like she's trying to save herself from drowning. Wait, what exactly? Listen, when a woman genuinely loves you, she'll argue like it's her religion, not over laundry or which show to binge. I'm talking about the kind of fights that feel like you're trying to perform open heart surgery on each other. With kitchen knives, you want peace date. Someone who doesn't care if you leave, you want love, strap in. Let's break this down. He's sitting on the edge of the bed. She's standing by the door, half crying, half furious, saying things like, "You don't get it. You never get it." And he's thinking, "We were fine yesterday. Why are we suddenly talking like we're in a courtroom drama?" Because love, real love, is a liability. It exposes you. And when she's in deep, when she's fallen, not just for your smile, but your shadow, it terrifies her. You have to understand, when a woman loves you, she hands over nuclear codes, emotional ones, the keys to the parts of her no one else has been allowed to touch. And if she even suspects you might drop them, she panics. This isn't about drama, this is about self-preservation. She's not attacking you, she's defending the version of herself that only exists in your presence. It's inconvenient, it's confusing, but it's real. Sharon Kierkegaard, a guy who spent more time thinking about love than any man should, once said, "The greatest hazard of all, losing oneself, can occur very quietly in the world, as if it were nothing at all." Now read that again. She's not fighting because she's angry. She's fighting because she's scared of losing herself in you. That's the paradox. The woman who genuinely loves you will sometimes become the hardest person to be with, because loving you means surrendering parts of herself that she spent a lifetime protecting. Every argument, every overreaction, every misread text, that's her subconscious saying, "Please don't make me regret loving you." Sign 2, she shows you her ugly without warning. There's a moment in every real relationship that nobody ever talks about. It's not the first kiss. It's not the first "I love you." Oh, it's when she lets you see her ugly. And no, I don't mean bad hair days or unfiltered selfies. I'm talking about the emotional underbelly, the raw nerves, the chaos, the history. She swore she'd never confess to anyone, let alone someone who might leave. When a woman truly loves you, there's a shift. Suddenly, her perfect composure becomes optional. Her emotional armor slips, not because she trusts you like a buddy, but because in some strange cosmic way, her soul recognized yours and said, "You can hold this." Now you need to understand, this is sacred ground. When she lets the mask fall, when she tells you about her father leaving, or the friend who betrayed her, or the morning she woke up and didn't recognize herself in the mirror. That's not weakness, that's war paint being removed. It doesn't always come with warning signs. Sometimes it happens in the kitchen while she's slicing vegetables. Sometimes it's in bed, her head on your chest, when she whispers something she's never said out loud. Sometimes it's mid-laugh when a memory hijacks her joy and leaves her breathless. And what she's thinking, what she's terrified of, is that this moment will make you pull away, that you'll see her differently, that you'll get quiet, that you'll retreat. But here's the twist: she wants you to stay. But she's also testing if you're the kind of man who can philosophically love. Is not just about attraction, it's about exposure. We are all mosaics of beauty and brokenness. And when someone loves you, they stop curating. They stop editing the highlight reel and start showing you the cutting room floor. Think of it like this: the most dangerous thing you can say in a relationship is, "This is who I really am." And the most beautiful thing someone can do in return is not flinch. That's what she's doing when she shows you her ugly. She's risking your reaction. She's watching to see if the man who loves her in the light will still recognize her in the dark if she's never cracked open around you. Ask yourself this: have you ever made her feel like her imperfections were welcome? Because when a woman loves you genuinely, she doesn't need to be adored. She needs to be accepted, not in the Instagram version of herself, not in the version that laughs at your jokes and smells like strawberries, but in the version who sometimes spirals, second guesses, self-sabotages, and needs help finding her way back. You want to know if she's in love with you? It's not when she looks flawless. It's when she lets you see the version of her she never posts about and prays. You won't run sign 3. She remembers the details. You forgot you ever said some people listen to respond. Some people listen to judge, but when a woman loves you, she listens to remember. And I'm not talking about birthdays or your favorite pizza toppings. I'm talking about that offhand story you told her once, months ago, about how your dad used to drive with the windows down and play Springsteen on Sundays. And one day you get in her car, and there it is. Springsteen on the stereo, windows down. No announcement, no, see what I did. Just her showing love in the quietest, most intentional way. When a woman is in love, she doesn't collect facts, she collects pieces of you. She notices when your voice changes after a call from work. She clocks the name of your childhood dog and tucks it away like sacred treasure. She knows how you take your coffee, but more importantly, she knows why, because you once said your grandfather did it that way. And it stuck. Love isn't grand gestures, it's micro memories. It's the unspoken proof that you matter to her on a molecular level. Think about this: in a world where everyone's distracted, where people can't even remember what they had for breakfast, someone choosing to remember you is the most radical act of care. And here's where it gets philosophical. True love is attention, and attention is the currency of presence. So when she remembers, when she brings up things you forgot, you even shared, it's not just sweet, it's sacred. She's not just hearing you, she's witnessing you. And that kind of attention is rare, it's inconvenient, it requires energy. So if she's doing it, that's not a coincidence. That's love sign 4. She challenges your comfort because she sees your depth. Most men confuse comfort with connection. They think, she makes me feel relaxed, she's probably into me. But love isn't a warm bath. Love is more like a forest fire that demands you either grow or get burned. When a woman genuinely loves you, she'll do something both maddening and magical. She'll challenge you, not in a critical way, not in a "you're not good enough" way, but in a "you're capable of more, and I refuse to pretend otherwise" kind of way. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. She'll ask the questions that make you squirm. She'll call out the excuses you've rehearsed your whole life. She'll notice when you dim your light just to fit in with people who don't deserve your presence, and she won't let it slide. Here's the twist: she's not doing it to control you. She's doing it because when she loves you, she becomes invested in your evolution. She's not looking for the man you are right now. She's loving the trajectory of you, the potential of you, and that's why she refuses to accept the version of you who's coasting. But be careful, because if you mistake that challenge for nagging, you'll miss the miracle. The truth is, love doesn't coddle you. Love calls you out, not because you're failing, but because someone finally sees the full picture, and they're brave enough to say, "You're playing small and I won't watch you do it." If she's the kind of woman who doesn't let you lie to yourself, that's not her being difficult, that's her being devoted. Sign 5, she defends you when you're not in the room. Let's say your name comes up in conversation and you're not there to hear it. Now here's the question: does she smile? Does she correct someone who misrepresents you? Does she step in even subtly when someone's tone shifts sideways? If a woman genuinely loves you, her loyalty isn't performative. It's instinctual, and it shows up in places you never get to witness. She's not loving you to win points. She's loving you into your absence. When people talk about real love, they usually describe the visible stuff, the hand-holding, the thinking of you, texts, the cozy dates. But this is where love lives in the unseen, in the moment. She chooses to honor your name when you're not around to see it. It's subtle. It's philosophical because it speaks to the core of who she believes you are, even when you mess up. Maybe especially when you mess up, she's not out here airing your flaws. Like laundry on a windy day, she protects you in a way that's silent, strong, and absolute. It's not that she thinks you're perfect. She just refuses to let anyone reduce you to your worst moment. Here's a story. A man once overheard his girlfriend at a dinner party, someone criticizing his job, something about how he could be more ambitious. And instead of nodding or awkwardly laughing it off, she straightened her spine and said, "You don't know what he's building. You only see what's visible. I know the blueprint." That's love right there. Because love, real love, believes in your unseen effort. She sees the mountain you're climbing, even if everyone else just sees you standing still. So if she stands up for you when you're not in the room, that's not romance, that's reverence, sign 6. She imagines a future and you're still in it. You want to know if a woman loves you? Watch how she talks about the future and not just the someday we'll travel kind of talk. I mean, the little things, the throwaway sentences, the offhanded plans, the way she says we instead of I, without thinking twice. She's not handing you a wedding proposal. She's letting you know, I see a life and you're in the scenes I haven't lived yet. And here's the real kicker. She might not even realize she's doing it. Because when love is real, the future becomes something you both shape, even without declaring it, even without planning every step she's to.